Hey YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to Imperium Gaming. This is kind of a weird, random video I decided to do. Exactly how long is Kingdom Come Deliverance? I don't mean in gamer hours, as in 500, 800 hours in a playthrough. I'm referring to the actual days, weeks, and months for the main characters. I remember reading all sorts of speculation on the forums and subreddit, but the only concrete information that we had was that Skalitz burned down on March 23rd, 1403, and that Henry was recovering from a fever for 2 weeks. That's all we really knew. Until now. With the reveal of the upcoming Band of Bastards expansion, we saw a letter addressed to Sorazi Kobila from one Sir Hagen of Zul, dated June 2nd, 1403. If the quests for Band of Bastards are available after the Trial of Fire, you know, where you storm Pribyslavitz, then that means that the first half of the game takes place from March 23rd to late May or early June, give or take a few days. This is really cool information to have. I went back and reviewed all the main cutscenes and story beats of the campaign. If we assume that Henry didn't take part in any of the side quests, and that Henry was rushed by Sir Radzik, after all, time was of the essence, then by my calculations, this makes total sense. From the burning of Skalitz to the Battle of Pribyslavitz, I counted around 48 days. That is, from March 23rd to May 10th. From May 10th to June 2nd, the date when the letter was written, we have an interim period of 22 days, which I think could account for rest, traveling, some of the other main quests, such as curing the disease of Merhoyed, and some time for Radzik to recruit Kuno of Rekvald, the mercenary captain introduced in the expansion, due to bandit raids and other growing threats from Sir Istvan Toth. I told you there'd be spoilers. Now that we have a general guide for the first half of the main campaign, what about the second half? Well, this is kind of tricky because we don't really know the narrative details of Band of Bastards. Just as a rough estimate, I'm going to go ahead and say that the Band of Bastards story will end around June 12th. That is 8 to 10 days, more or less. Again, going back and reviewing all the cutscenes, I'd say that there were about 38 days from the investigation of counterfeit money to the capture of Talmberg by Toth. This is where things get interesting. Medieval sieges could last a couple of days to a few months. We know that it took Conrad Kaiser 3 days to build a trebuchet. Historically speaking, this is completely possible, especially considering his expertise in siege engineering, the abundance of nearby resources, and the availability of manual labor. We also know that the bombardment of Talmberg lasted another 3 days before the assault itself. Taking into account some of the other aspects of the siege, like gathering supplies for the men, I'd say that it lasted a total of 17 days. Sir Hanish of Lightba states that they don't have enough supplies to maintain the siege any longer, so my estimate makes sense to me. So, following the recapture of Talmberg and the events of the epilogue, I'd say the main campaign, without any of the side quests, could have very well lasted 130 days, from March 23rd to July 31st or August 1st. I understand trying to map out exactly how long the events in Kingdom Come Deliverance lasted is almost as futile as trying to guess Big Smoke's order from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda.
Oh wait, somebody's actually already done that. Regardless, I still think it's pretty cool to imagine that Henry's tale didn't last a few weeks, but almost 5 months. It makes his growth from a lowly village boy to a respectable man-at-arms a bit more believable, and it also adds weight to his relationships with other characters, like with Sir Robard.
I'm proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter.
And those are my thoughts on how long Kingdom Come Deliverance is. Thanks for watching, and for more on your favorite historical games, stay tuned with Imperium Gaming on YouTube, Twitter, and on our blog. Links in the video description. Thanks again, and until next time.